Hello people of the Long Dark, my name is Tim and we are going today to continue our Gunloper custom journey. I am back here in the cave that is between Pleasant Valley and Coastal Highway. We are leaving this coal here for now and we are going to get out and start looting and exploring Coastal Highway. We have to be a little bit careful around here, because we might get ambushed by a wolf.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I have had that happening in a past save. So he doesn't really appear to be here now, which is very good. Okay. We are not going to establish for now any regional base in Coastal Highway. We are only going to loot everything and leave them at certain points, but we are not going to establish one main regional base here. The reason why is because of the beachcombing and because of the trader. You should consider as a regional base the one of the islands, especially the one which has the trader. But for all the other reasons, you kinda should consider as a main base the Homestead garage, or come on, give me that soda, or the fishing cabins. So I am not sure yet which one of these three locations I would like as a regional base. So because of that, we are going to postpone that for later. And for now, we are going to only loot and of course take with us the loot that we want, and the loot that we want to stay here, we will organize it very little in more points. So later, when we will
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
establish one main base here in Coastal Highway, well, actually a regional base, then we will move all that stuff in that base. Okay, so as you can see, I already started to loot around. We are going to loot that trailer ahead, and we are going to leave here some stuff in that trailer, and then we are going to continue our journey. So let's see what can we find here. Okay. Nothing else here. This house, I believe, is always boarded. I don't remember ever seeing it open.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay. Granola bar. Another plot. That is okay. And nothing else here. Okay. So we are going to drop here on the floor some loot, including this. Okay, these will stay. The food will stay. All of this can stay. And also those. Okay, so we only have the coal here. Let's take a note of that. Sorry. Okay. And let's drink something. Actually, let's drink this. And then continue. Great. Okay. Let's have a look here on the piers. We have a dough. And let's also have a look at this fishing hut here. You should also always look under these fireplaces, because often there is something there. At least in the past loot tables there were things over there. Okay. So from here we are going to loot the tooth, which is that. And we should have looted the entrance of the mine also. Let's do that first. Let's do the entrance of the mine, because we do not have access to the whole mine. This here is a kind of special mine, because you have access to the whole mine only in night time and when you have an aurora. That is because you have to use an elevator to access another level of the mine. I would like these mushrooms. Great. Let's turn on some light. That is great. And let's see, nothing on the floor.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Yes. Nothing here. Nothing there. Okay. Granola bar, another coal. We have salt there. Here. But we are not going to take any now. And here is the elevator. And this one only works when there is an aurora. I do not really know if it goes up or down. I do not know that. But for now, this is all that we can loot in this cave. So we are getting out and continuing the exploring. Okay, I believe we can make a fire at this point. Yes. That is very good. We made it from the first attempt. Let's see. I should make some torches, but not a lot. I am not going to make any teas because the weather is pretty good and we are not cold. Okay. This is where we want to go. Now it is much easier to explore because of the fire, and that is because we do not have to worry about wildlife. We are going to explore around the tooth a little bit later. When we come back from this side. Anything down here? Doesn't seem so. Okay. We now want to explore a little cabin that is, I believe, up here on the right. And then we want to explore two trailers that are also in this right side of the map. One is a little bit further right in front of us, and one is up from that cave, from that trailer over there. Just a minute to change this. So one is somewhere over there and the other one is a little bit up there, where we also can find the access point to a ravine. We are not going there. We are going only to loot that trailer and then continue our sweep of Coastal Highway. I am not going to take any more rose hips, but I want these mushrooms here. Okay. That is great. I can also see some mushrooms on the left here. And now let's loot this cabin. lantern fuel. That is great. And I believe this is everything. Can we go up here? Because if we can, then it should be a shorter way towards the second trailer I was describing. Looks doable. Never tried this going up. I only did it going down. But yes, it is possible. Come on. Great. So now the first trailer is down there, and the second trailer that I described, it's right over this ridge. We can also find some coal around here. There is the trailer. Only stones. And I can see that we can find also rabbits here. I did not know about these. And there is our coal. Good. Let's see if there is something here. Yes, there is. Oh, that is very good. And some food. Very good. Okay, I always look around these trailers, but I never found anything. Okay, let's quickly see if there is anything here. We have a granola bar. Great. And nothing there. And everything is searched. Great. So now let's go down to the other trailer. There it is. mushrooms. Great. Nothing back there. And let's see in the trailer. Plot. That is an unexpected location for it. I'm not sure if that plot is intended or if it's a bug. Okay. Oh. This is unfortunate. Okay. That would be all. Let's have something to eat. I will risk these.
That guy
And something to drink. Great. And I believe that we should stay here just a little bit more to warm up and then continue our journey a little bit more. I need to leave that. I did not see it when I did the inventory management. Okay. The rest is pretty alright. Let's do this. And little bit more, that is perfect. Okay. So here I can see that we have some oak trees, I believe they are called, and we can get acorns here. Good. I have seen one up there. Are there any more? I can't really see. Oh, there is one more. Good. Let's see if this one has any acorns. Yes. Okay. And now let's go more or less down. I can hear crows, they are only moving. Anything around here? Okay. So we want to look for one more cabin to see if it is up. It should be somewhere in front of us. Let's get a little bit of higher ground to see if we can locate it. There it is. But I believe it's burnt down. And we also have the bear on the right. And apparently also have a wolf here. Good thing that he wasn't a little bit closer, cause he might had attacked us directly. So what happens is, even if you have a torch, and normally a wolf would never enter the immediate area around you when you have a torch, at least not directly. What happens is, if you go around something, so let's say this cabin, and the wolf is here,
Sure getting cold.
then you basically enter the wolf's area. So he will attack you even with the torch. Okay. Nothing around here. Let's have a quick look around these spears. Nope. Nothing there. Let's see here. Nope. And anything in this boat? No. I can't also see anything on the floor. I will actually leave that for tomorrow, the fishing hut. And I am going to concentrate now on these little cabins. And we will also sleep in one of those. Okay, there. I believe these are sports socks,
Nobody needs this
yes.
anymore.
A pair of climbing socks would be exceptional, but according to my knowledge, you cannot get those on interloper loot. Okay. Those are only stalker and below, if I am correct. Anything around here? Doesn't really seem so. Okay, let's see this one. There's a little bit of discoloration in those crates, and I sometimes misjudge it for a object. Oh, summit soul. That is very good. Another thing that you could do in these cabins is use safe house customization to move around this sofa and to see if there is something behind that. I do not know if now with the new loot tables, if there is something behind any of those, but I do know that in the past you could find things behind the sofas. I even personally found sometimes granola bars or chocolates or something like that. Not anything high-end, but you could find something.
This'll come in handy.
Of course, in the past, you did not have safe house customization, so you couldn't move the sofa around. But you could break it. Okay, so I believe we are going to spend the night here. So let's do a little bit of crafting. Let's also do this and that. Great. There it is. Okay. Nothing else to do here. But we have a lot to do here. Let's see. We will also eat. I will harvest these. And I will leave these because they are basically the same weight as a cloth. I will leave them for now. Okay. Nothing else really to do, so let's do these. Great. Let's also do some of these. And now let's eat. I will eat the low condition stuff first, because we are pretty much high health. That is great. Let's have the soda also. Great. And some water. And let's have a full night sleep. That is wonderful. I will not drink the full amount. I am thinking about leaving here some stuff. Is it worth it? I could leave this one. And actually I believe the rest can stay. Yes. Let's leave this one here. Okay. Actually, let's see, 77%. I don't really... Let's quickly find out. 23%, so it is not worth repairing right now. Okay. Let's go for the bridge. On the bridge, actually under the bridge, we could find a rifle, and then we will turn back on the shore and loot the beachcombing, also the fishing huts, and also the islands. Let's also make a fire. I believe we also could warm up some teas for this traveling. Great.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's do some teas. And actually, let's do a coal to minimize the warmth that we lose here. This is not a particularly good space for doing this, so we have to be a little bit careful, because the bear could move around here, so we need to be careful about him. 3, 4, 5, 6, so we need 2 more of these. Actually, we did not need 2 more of those, but that is okay. Because we had the 2 that we just made. Let's do 1 of these. The bear appears to not be around. Let's do half a liter of water there, and also half here. Good. And hopefully the bear will not come. Let's do this one. And let's also do 1 of these. Okay. We have the water. And I believe... Actually, let's take the torches first. Properly optimize this situation. There is a little bit of wind, and the way I figured out is because I can see those little clouds moving on the ice, and also I looked at the smoke coming from the fire and it is not going up straight. It is going sideways. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put those inside of this. And let's have the rest. And let's go. We are now a little bit more prepared for the road. So we are going to loot a car that is up here on this bridge. And then we are going to have a look under the bridge, where there can be a spawn point for a rifle, and not just any rifle. It can be one of the variant rifles. I am not really sure how it is called, but if we find it, we will see. Note. And a message. Great. Let's change the torch. And battery, no battery. Okay. So I do know that actually we do not have a rifle today. I do know that up this little creek we can find another cabin, but I am going to leave that to loot when we come back, and when we will go this way up towards Mystery Lake. So the rifle, if I remember correctly, can be here vertically, just leaned to this pillar. Okay, let's now look around for any beachcombing. Here we also have salt. There is also a little space up there where you can loot. You can sometimes find there a corpse or a animal carcass, but we are not going there today. We are only going to loot around here and go with the shore that way. I don't believe there could be anything that way, so we are going to turn here. Not a lot of stuff here now. And yes, this is a place where the ice can break, because it is close to the sea and it is thin, so we have to be careful about that. Sapling, birch bark, stick, another stick, and we have the first fish. Let's have a tea that is warm. This one. Come on. That was kind of close. So here, with the tin ice, there is one thing that can help you, and that is actually those are the crampons. So the crampons, if I know correctly, ooh, that is good. They are adding a little bit of time that you can spend on the thin ice. So basically the way it works is then when that signal appears that you are on thin ice and you hear the cracking noises, you basically have a finite amount of seconds that you can stay on that spot, and then you will fall into the water. And if you have the crampons equipped, then you can stay, I believe, for 1 or 2 more seconds in that spot. That is not a lot of time, but it is useful. Okay. We should loot that fishing hut over there. But first, I would like to find a little spot that is protected and make a fire and cook those fish. Let's see if we can put a fire somewhere here. No. Okay. Here. Nope. That's good enough, I believe.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
That is very good.
Oh, yeah.
And let's put on some sticks. Let's also put on our cooking pots. And let's do the fish. 40-36. I believe that is just right enough to loot that fishing hut there. Let's have another tea, and also we will have to warm up our teas when we come back to the fire. Okay. Some wood. Also ammunition. That is very
I'll
good.
take it.
I am going to take it, but I'm going to leave it. That is good. Okay, I believe I do have enough time to visit this fishing hut also. That wolf will, yes, probably try and attack us. He was a little bit bugged there. Anything good here? Fishing hook, that is good. Bullet. And nothing else. Where are you? There are you. Okay. Come on, keep up. Hopefully there are no rabbits around, because he will hunt them, and then I will stole them. And I would not really like to have to deal with that now. Okay, there is our fire. Cooked. Okay, let's see if we can put our teas out here. And also these. Okay, let's eat this. Let's have that, and let's cook one of these. And let's see, this one, 8 minutes. Yes, I will do that. He lost us, although we are pretty close. And he found us again. Go away. No, you will not take my fish. Go away. I believed that he was going for my fish there. That is why I picked it up. Okay, let's take our stuff and continue. Okay, these in, and let's go. We are probably going to off. He found the rabbits. Where are you? There you are. Go away, leave the rabbit alone. Nope. Okay.
I can't feel my hands.
Let's drop the rabbit and the fish inside
I'm not sure I can
here
carry much more.
to not attract him anymore. And let's have a quick look outside. We have crows. Okay, nothing around here. So let's go back in and loot this house. I will also have this one. And let's change the torch. What do down west? That is not that good. Okay. Gimme food, gimme food.
I think I can use
Oh,
this.
that is a nice find. Didn't expect that. You should also look in these open cabinets, like this one. There you go. Exactly what I was saying. Nothing there. Give me fish.
Best be
There you
prepared for
go.
anything.
And give me venison. That would have been something. Okay. Okay.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Anything here? Nope. Nothing there. Anything in the suitcase? Yes, but not that useful. Well, not at this stage. But when you just spawned, then that cap is very useful, because you, with that cap, you cannot get frostbite anymore. Okay, now I kinda have to take this rabbit with me. But I will smell to high heaven, but I will deal with it. The worst thing that can happen is that wolf killing other rabbits. That is the worst in my book.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Because then I have to deal with those as well. Okay, let's see. I would like to camp on the next island. So I kinda want to loot the shore to that point. And of course I have to drop things there, because I am moving very slowly now. Anything for us? Yes, a Polaroid. That is very good. I do like Polaroids. Another point with salt. And we have some more beachcombing. Usually there is fish around here. Yes. I did not know that you can get bullets here, but apparently you can. I would not like to have teen eyes now, because that would be bad for us. Very, very heavy. Interesting thing is that I have no wolves in sight. They were probably going for the point where I was initially when I went out of the house. If they are out, actually. Okay, any more beachcombing? No. Wood, flare, and let's see in the cabinets. Nothing. Yes. Let's go to the other cabin. So this cabin up here is one of the arguably best points to have a regional base here in Coastal Highway. And that is for two main reasons. Obviously, it is because of the trader location that is on those piers, and the second reason is because of beachcombing, because now the beachcombing is much relevant, almost a little bit broken. Having a base here, you are much closer to the beach, and you can loot after every single blizzard. Because if I understand correctly, the blizzard is the trigger for new beachcombing. I did not loot that point, so I will have to get back there, but that is okay. I will leave loot here in this cabin, but at this point I am not yet ready to call it the regional base, but probably will spend some time here when I go past here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, spray paint. And I believe I will put in things in the freezer, because it is the larger container. That, let's put the firewood, and let's leave some coal, and these, and let's change the torch. Okay, these can stay. I will put that, those two, that one, the rest I will keep. I will leave these, but not in here. Leave that, those. I will also leave that, one of the pots, that one, some of this, all of this, that, those two, and that. These I have to put down. Those I will keep. And that goes in. Good. Let's put the sapling here. And also let's put the cooked fish. Yeah, let's leave it here. Okay. The raw fish I will put here. And I will have to deal with this. Okay. Also I can put on the table the flour and anything from here. No, it will be only the flour for now. Okay, and let's finish looting this house. Okay. The only downside of this cabin is that it does not have a fireplace. That is the only thing I do not like about it. Also, it does not have a workbench, but that can be solved. The fireplace, the inside fireplace, I don't believe it can be solved. Well, you can have a fire outside, but having a fire inside is much better sometimes. You should always check these bathtubs, because sometimes you can find clothes in there. Okay, so now all that is left is to deal with the rabbit, to harvest it, and then to go out and do some more looting and exploring. But first I am going to save the game, and also I am going to end this episode here. And continue in the next one. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And until the next one, let's have a good life. Bye bye.